first met Malcolm, she was taken with not only his charisma, but his electric personality. What she didn't know is that Malcolm also had an alter ego by the name of Prince Casanova. Yeah. Nautica fears for their relationship because, quote, Prince Casanova cheats and lies while Malcolm is a family man. Let's meet them. Welcome, Nautica and Malcolm. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. So, you say that you are a good couple, but you have an alter ego.
Yeah. Prince Casanova, the one and only, baby.
Prince Casanova. So tell me, Prince Casanova.
Well, I mean, it all like back in high school, you know. Back in school, I was like, you know, a very ladies' man, which she kind of like, she knew, but she never really got a chance to experience being around it, you know? So going through high school, they used to call me Prince Charming and things like that. And then when I got into like hosting like parties and things, you know, like this guy's a smooth Casanova. So like I kind of put it together, Prince Casanova, and it had a ring to it.
So what do you do for a living?
I do hosting and also do modeling on the side.
So is Prince Casanova different to you?
To me personally, I feel like Prince Casanova is a totally different person than Malcolm. Oh. That's how I look at it.
Okay, so Prince Casanova is the party living on the edge type of guy?
Yeah, most definitely.
Malcolm is the family guy?
Malcolm is very family oriented.
So why are they different?
This is what I don't understand. How can you be two different people?
But
like, who are you? Like, am I talking to Malcolm right now, or am I talking to Prince? Like, who am I with?
And I get this a lot from her. She's always questioning it. But the thing is,
don't, like, seriously? Like, who are you? Which one?
I'm Malcolm to you.
Okay, so when we're out, who are you?
Well, when I go out, you already know that it's a job.
Okay,
it's a job.
It's a job. Okay, so are you in the same body when you're Prince Casanova? Are you in the same body?
That's a trick question.
Hang on, I want to know the difference. Tell me what the difference is.
Prince Casanova, he's like the party guy. He's the guy that's living like on the edge. You know, he's going out to parties, dancing on tables, humping the floor, you know, just doing pretty much things that people...
How about making out with other women and then wanting to kiss me right after? You have made out with other women right in front of me.
Allegedly.
Okay? It's ridiculous.
So who is the other guy then?
Malcolm, I mean...
When we go home, that's who he said. Like,
and I tell her at the end of the day, like, okay, it's still working, but I come home to her each night, even though she say I kiss girls, I do this and do that.
Do you kiss girls?
We have footage. I have footage of it. You posted on social media. Do you think I'm not looking? Do you think I'm not looking?
But the thing
is... Who actually posted this Prince Casanova thing?
He posted.
So
naked photos in the shower.
It says, guaranteed, light-skinned kids with gray/green eyes, 6 foot to 6 foot, and if you're lucky, I'll see bucks.
And for all I know, he could actually be, like, having intercourse with these women. I don't know. So it might not only be
it's not cheating. It's not Malcolm. It's Prince Casanova. No one understands. Like, it's not me.
How has this affected your relationship?
It really has.
What are you now, Malcolm or Prince Casanova?
Yeah,
either one, be quiet.
Thank you.
Right.
Loves attention.
Are you meeting these women?
Yes, he is.
I mean, when people...
Are you having sex with them? Are you dating them? Or what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Now's the time to come clean.
So, basically, I don't plan to meet up with these people, but when I happen to go out, people, they recognize me. So that's Prince Casanova.
Okay, that's
and I don't want to be rude. I can't be rude.
He didn't even answer your question about whether he's meeting up with these women. He's avoiding the question. Arguing up with these women or not.
No.
So how would you feel if it was reverse?
Exactly. With all these goods right here. All these goods. Okay?
How would you feel?
I mean, I personally feel like...
Does he never get,
I mean, I have a great woman. I understand that.
But you can't be two different personalities.
But the thing is, well, she doesn't understand that the money that I make
I don't need to understand. You need to pick a side. I don't need to...
Do y'all feel where I'm coming from? No?
Like, I don't. enough is enough. Like,
Are you Malcolm now, or are you Prince guy? I want to know who I'm talking
he's
to.
putting on a show right now, probably.
So you're Malcolm
right now. I'm Malcolm.
Are
Okay.
you?
I'm Malcolm.
Because I feel like I'm getting
are you ready to compromise to keep your relationship, Malcolm?
Most definitely, Mr. Robert.
Okay.
So how are you going to compromise? Because I haven't ever, like, any times.
I'm here. That's a step.
Nautica, do you feel you can trust him?
I absolutely do not trust him. I mean, he's lied to the point where I have to, like, go into his social media. And, like, if he didn't give me a reason to, like, you know, believe that he's cheating and lying to me, I wouldn't do that. When I first met you, I trusted you. Like, I believed you. Like, I got to know Malcolm for who he was. And now I don't know who you are anymore.
So show me who's case of Prince Casanova.
Oh, the Prince Casanova experience.
Do it. Good. Get up. Do it. Put on your little...
Y'all want this? Y'all want this? Y'all want this?
Do exactly what you do.
Nah.
Where'd she go?
Sit down.
I'm done.
Yo.
Honestly?
What was that?
No,
Come here.
I've had enough. I'm tired. He's so disrespectful.
Come here.
No.
But I'm here, though.
So disrespectful.
I'm here.
Come here.
This is a step. I'm here.
You, sit down. Sit down. Come here. Let's solve this once and for all. Let's go. Sit over here. Let me tell you something. I don't care who you are, one way or the other. Okay?
Yes, sir.
But if you want to be Prince Casanova, whatever the person you believe you are,
Yes, sir.
you don't deserve this. Okay? You don't. You don't deserve this.
One more time. One more time.
Beautiful. She's beautiful.
Thank you.
I don't believe that you allow him to still be with you if he does this and goes out to clubs and acts like this.
I mean, it's not like he lets me go easily either. It's like, oh, baby girl, like, I'm sorry. Like, he gives me the whole speech. And, like, because of what we had in the beginning, I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. I try to trust him. I try to understand him. And it's gotten to the point now where, like, that's why I can't deal anymore. I feel like he needs to pick a side.
Does Nautica not give you what you need in a relationship?
Yes, most definitely. That's why I say she gets Malcolm. Like, even.
Hang on, I'm gonna get a minute.
Please, he needs.
Because this is ridiculous. You have a great sex life, yes?
Yes, most
She looks great.
Yes.
She's probably the best. She's probably the best thing you've ever had in your life.
Most definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
So why are you playing around with her emotions? Because this is ridiculous. I'm sitting here watching you act like I don't know what you're like. You're like age, and you really are. Because believe me, you're not all that in a bag of chips. Sorry. Listen. How old are you?
25.
25. If you want a business in the party business, and that's what you want to do, great. Kiss her goodbyes and leave. Because let me tell you, she could get a guy anywhere, anyhow, no matter what. Do you believe he's cheating on you?
I do.
You want answers to him cheating?
Because he claims that he really wants this relationship, but he's not making any effort to, like, fix things between us, to tone it down a little bit. Like, you don't need it with other women to be this party guy that you want to be.
Let me tell you something.
I would respect it if you respected me.
So you don't want her doing the same thing, right?
Oh, please. He's possessive as hell. Let some guy even look at me. He goes off. When I take certain pictures, he gets upset. But he has photos, like, in showers and with other women on social media. How is that acceptable?
Which is disrespectful.
You want me to be covered up while you do whatever the hell you want? No, like, I'm not going to stand for that anymore. I'm not going to stay home wondering what's going on, hack into your Instagram. Not there.
All right. You came here for answers. We give her lie detectors. I'm going to stand up so you can't read them.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God.
You want answers? I'll give you
At the end of the
answers.
day, can I say something? At the end of the day, you know that I love you. You know.
The fact that you feel the need.
No,
The fact that you feel the need to say this to me
just saying.
before he reads the results is a concern to me.
I just want
It's
to
a
let you
concern
know.
to me.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
So here's the thing. If he fails, what's going to happen?
He'll see. Let's go. He'll see.
If he passes, what happens?
Flying colors, baby.
If he passes, just because he passes the test doesn't mean I'm going to forget about everything that happened.
I know
So he's
it's
going to have a hell of a lot of work to do.
That's a fair statement. Relationships are built on trust, right? Do you believe that?
We have
Most
zero
definitely.
trust now.
Okay.
Definitely.
Zero.
All right, so let's go.
Oh my God.
Malcolm. I'll call you Malcolm. Because I'm not a big lover of the other dude. Malcolm, we asked you, did you ever meet up with anybody who was interested in purchasing your sperm? Malcolm's answer was no. Lie detector determined you were telling the truth.
I told you.
That's one question. Relax.
I told
Okay.
you.
That's one question.
We
Relax.
ask you, question number 2, have you ever had any sexual contact with a woman you claimed to be? I am moving the chair. Malcolm's answer was no. Lie detector determined
I was telling the truth.
you were telling the truth.
People know how to pass these polygraphs.
No, they
I'm not
don't.
buying it.
No, they don't.
I don't know.
No, they don't.
It's only an all.
Next question. Are you committed to your relationship with Nautica? Malcolm's answer was yes. Lie detector determined he was telling the truth.
See? I have a great woman. Like, it's.
We asked, have you ever had sexual intercourse with anybody during your relationship with Nautica that she does not know about? Malcolm said yes. The lie detector determined he was telling the truth. That means he confessed to having sexual intercourse with somebody while in a relationship with you. Do you know about that?
Nope.
Is there something you want to say? I'd make it really quick if I were you.
At the end of the day, like, you know, things happen. You know, things happen.
Keep
And
it
I
there.
love you.
Keep it classy.
And these other people,
Keep it
women that I
classy.
run into, like, I come every night. Every night I come home to her. Like, really?
Keep it classy. You're a lady. You're a lady. Don't.
I know,
Hey.
but
Don't. Sit down.
I mean, at the end
I
of the
just
day,
wanna
that happened.
stand
But
up.
can I
Okay,
explain something?
move.
I just wanna
Can I
stand
say
up.
something?
Okay.
Don't
Can I
go
say
to
I
that
just want to
level.
stand up.
That happened a long time ago.
I'm a lot faster than you in heels, believe me.
A long time ago.
Is this? Please sit down, both of you. Sit down.
I just need to stand.
Does she know the person you had sex with? Is it somebody you met as Casanova?
It actually was a. Well, you remember that time we was talking and I was telling you, that, somebody
Sit.
hit me up.
I-
You need to know
Rob.
exactly what you're going to do, and don't
Rob.
rob me with your eyes.
Rob,
It doesn't work.
Well,
I'm
I'm going to get this done one way or another.
Well, don't
First,
do it
I
on my
just-
stage. Don't do it on my
Just letting
stage.
you know.
First, I just
Okay,
wanted to
you
say
can do
that
it
this
off
I'm
happened.
just letting you know.
It happened,
can do it off
within
my
the weeks we were dating.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Wait, so who was the person?
It was someone that I met at the club. I mean,
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say to you.
So that's how you get down. Okay.
that was one time.
I'm going to say
One
something.
time.
One time too much. You
Exactly.
disrespected her. Stuff. You do not deserve this young lady.
I know,
Okay?
and he also doesn't deserve to get away scot-free with what he does.
Yes.
He doesn't.
Yo, Roger.
He doesn't.
She's
Okay.
crazy.
So here's-
I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
I'm not doing it. Sit down.
Crazy. Keep laughing. Keep laughing.
Here's my
Keep laughing.
conclusion. You
Do you
need
protect him? Are you going to protect him?
I'm going to protect him from you because I think you're going to kill him.
Okay.
Here's what I think. Look at me. You are beautiful. You can get any person you want that's going to respect you in what you do, all right? You do need an alter ego guy like this that's going to go out and continue to cheat on you. And that is for sure. Have some self-respect. Get rid of him. Find somebody that loves you for who you are and what you are, because you're beautiful. Move on with life.
Thank you. Why are you guys letting him go that way? No, stop. I don't understand why you're not allowing me to say anything to him.
You can say anything, but I'm not going to have you.
Peace.
You are not going to hit.
Okay, so he's on stage now.
That way. No. I would run if I...
Oh, it's locked. It's locked, right? Come out. Come out and confront me like a man. All right, so come out. Why are you hiding behind the door? Be a man. Be a man. I'm not going to hit you. Come out. We'll be here all y'all gonna have to get security to carry out of here. Seriously. Around. You waited detector test to talk about cheating. I don't have time for that. You want to be overprotective over me? You know how many dudes want to touch me? Out of here. No, I can find better than your short ass anyway. Like, get out of here. So, like I said, I'm moving until he gets out this room. Simple. So you might as well come out and face me like a man. I said I'm not going to touch you. Don't be a little now. You should have talked to me about this before we got here. Simple. You should have talked to me before we got here. You should have told the truth. What? I can't hear you. I don't give if it's the beginning, the middle, whatever. I don't care. Why couldn't you tell me before we got on the show so at least I can prepare myself mentally for this and emotionally? You know how crazy I am, so why would you me? Why would you mess with me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you because you're hiding behind the door. I can't hear you.
Yo. I'm sorry.
Come outside.
You promise you're not gonna leave me though. You promise. Yo, y'all watch her, like.
I already promised.
So, at the end of the day, like I told you, that happened in the past.
So what happened?
It happened in the past.
What happened? Tell me exactly what happened. What happened?
Okay, so
what did you do?
So
what did you do? What's the action that happened?
I met up with a girl. That,
and you did what?
And
you did what?
I let
Okay.
But that was it. That was it. That was over. Like, yo. Let me out. I'm over it, yo. I'm done. It only happened one time. I love you. That's what you understand. I love you. I would have never came here if I didn't love you.
Nobody touches this.
Never came here if I did not love. That's why I'm here. Country, come on, man. That happened one time. I don't even keep in contact with none of these broads.
Nope.
I come home to you every night faithfully. Yes, I come to Prince Casanova facade, but that's how I pay my bills. That's how I buy you red bottoms. That's how I fly you out to different places. Come on now, like.
Just shut.
All right. All right, then we're done then. That's it. We're over. I didn't tell her before the show because, like I said, it happened in the beginning of our relationship, and I was a coward. I thought that was her. And I was a coward about it. And being here, having, Mr. Rob, just being that third person around us, it just made me, like, say, hey, this is the moment, now or never. So, yo, she rocked me. My face is like, whoa. I guess she's done with me, but, I'm going to try. I'm going to put the Prince Casanova guy to the side for a while and work on what me and Monica really have, So.
Fair share of mother-daughter stories on this show. This one may be beyond repair. Heidi is here to beg her daughter Crystal to be in her life. Crystal says her childhood was so filled with drugs, stripping, and porn. All because of her mother. Will Heidi succeed in changing her daughter's mind about her intentions? Please welcome Heidi to the show.
Hi,
how are you? Very nice to meet you. So Crystal believes your relationship with her was toxic and out of control. Is that right?
I don't believe really it was. What it was with me was I had to do what I had to do to survive.
So What did you do for a living?
I was an exotic dancer.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it was bad or it was good, but I had to do what I had to do because I had to survive. And I had to take care of my bills.
Okay. And nobody's here to judge you. But you also did nude modeling?
Yes, I did. I did, and I was not ashamed because I wanted to try to pursue my career in Playboy and try to do other things that I wanted to do.
Okay, so that was your dream?
That was one of my dreams, yes.
So why are you here?
I'm trying to reunite with my daughter because of the fact that I haven't been in her life, and I really want her to be a part of my life and my grandchildren because I love them so much and I miss them. And I try to see her and communicate with her and talk to her and try to be a part of her as her mother. And I can't because she never lets me.
When Crystal was growing up, what type of mother were you?
I was a wild mother. I was a wild mother.
Well, drinking, drugs?
Yes, I could say.
So if you came here to get some resolution, right? So when did she become estranged from you? When did you guys kind of separate mother-daughter relationship?
Well, she come with me over when she was 15, 16 in Florida for a while. And then after that, Crystal got into heavy drugs in Florida as well.
Okay.
I didn't know she was doing heroin. I didn't know she was hanging out with people that were in the bad world of Florida. And I wanted her to get away, and she didn't want to listen to me. I've always wanted to change it.
Okay.
I love my daughter.
Okay. Well, I think it's time we meet Crystal, get her side of the story. Crystal, come on out. Hey, Crystal. How are you?
Hello. I'm good.
Nice
Thank
to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Well, you say you can. What is that?
I do not want to have a relationship with you, ever. I don't consider you my mother. You watched me get raped and did not do anything about it, and I continue to have lifelong problems. It is true.
And how do you know if it was from anybody that I knew at all?
Stop.
She sat there, and she was so high on drugs, she did not do anything. I told her, and she didn't believe me. She said, why would he want you when he has me?
What?
Can I ask you a question?
She
told me.
I don't believe that,
She told
Crystal.
me, yes.
Can I ask you a question,
told me,
Crystal?
No way.
When she told me on the phone,
No way.
I moved out my stuff that day, and I was homeless for 6 months. I have never, ever in my life touched heroin. That makes me want to smack you in the face for even admitting it.
So let me ask you a question. What else happened? First of all, let me address the rape. Hey, stop for a second. Stop. I want to address the rape, first of all. Stand up. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Okay? I am so sorry you had to deal with that. Okay. It says in my notes that you were tied and left in a room. You had to, as a child.
Yes, my grandmother even told me both of my parents at the time wanted to party, so they tied a rope around the door and then around the railing, and I would be crying.
There's no way.
My grandmother would come and get me out.
I'm denying all this because this isn't true.
Because you are insane.
No, I'm not.
Okay. What about the potty training? What about the potty training?
Always.
My parents spent more money on drugs than they did me, and my father even said, there were times that we put you in a t-shirt because we couldn't get diapers. My grandmother was the one that brought me diapers. I didn't have food ever. The lights were turned off. We moved all the time.
What are you talking about, Crystal? You are so much in denial. I don't even understand these.
On my birthday, when she left me on my 18th birthday, right before I cut the
unless
cake,
we know anything
and
at
she
all.
left me in a house with all of her stripper friends who were trying to give me multiple vials of drugs that I didn't even know what they were, and she was nowhere to be found. She took off for a week. When she was stripping, she would leave sometimes for days at a time. I had to call her friends to see if she was okay, to see if she wasn't one of the murdered strippers.
So here we are. When you listen, just hang on.
This is absolutely fictitious.
But listen.
I never ever went through this problems with her. I never have any communication with you.
So here's the thing.
Or
Stop.
your
Heidi,
kids.
My
guys.
kids don't want anything to do with others.
You're not fessing up to the things that you don't remember.
But the fact is I didn't know this because she never communicated. She never let me know anything.
When I came back and I tried to re-communicate with her, I actually told her what had happened and all the medical documentation, all the things that I went through. Every day I'm in pain, it makes me hate you even more.
I was
Crystal,
told.
you've
I
never
was
told me
told
anything about.
I have told
No,
you
you
multiple
haven't.
times.
No, you
you were on
haven't.
drugs. Do you not remember the time you took double stacked ecstasy and you brought me to a club and all your stripper friends were dancing naked everywhere? You and I actually had to smack a girl in the back seat because she was overdosing on cocaine and drunk.
Didn't you tell my producer that she was an out-of-control teen?
Yes, I did, because
How do you know? I
was
wasn't
in
around
Hollywood.
her. My father raised me my whole life.
No, not
And
when you were in Florida.
We might have had some
Not when you were in
difficulties,
Florida.
but my dad was always there for me no matter what. My dad was my whole life. My dad passed away 2 years ago, which, like...
Did you ever get... Let me ask, did you ever get a chance to say goodbye to them?
My dad was put into an induced coma, so I said goodbye, but he couldn't say goodbye to me.
How does that make you feel?
Terrible, because my dad was my best friend, and when my mother finally left me, my dad came and got me, and we had hard times and we struggled a lot, but he tried and he was there for me no matter what. He was my best friend.
When's the last time, Heidi, that you tried to...
Communicate with Crystal?
It was last year in August, and I almost punched her in the face because she always talks bad about my dad. And honestly, I understand why my dad was so pissed at her, because she put me in situations when she modeled nude. She brought me with, and my dad said that's not something that a mother should do. You should be taking care of your child. But she didn't.
Do you accept any responsibility for Crystal sitting there in this...
Yes, I do. I feel very bad the way she feels about me and everything, because I don't remember.
I will not. My feelings towards you will never change. Every day I'm in pain because of what happened to me. You were nothing but a surrogate. That is what you were.
You have a different side to what you say her dad was.
Yes.
How was he in?
Oh boy, here I go.
They were both young when they got together, and they both were on drugs.
He beat the hell out of me. He almost killed me.
That's not true.
Yes, it is, Crystal.
That is untrue.
You want to make a bet? I can come back on this show again, and I have proof with all my friends from California that know I was trying to get you and find you in the 80s.
You left me in California.
I have every piece of paper
What are
from
these?
everybody.
What are these?
Yeah, and you know
Right
what?
here.
Mother showed me a video and had a better life with her. In this video, people were picking lint off the floor thinking that were crack rocks. And she thought somehow that would have been a better life than living with my father.
This is from the 80s from my girlfriend that knew what I was going through, that I wanted to find my daughter.
And every single one of her friends, even then, they were either strippers, on drugs, or crazy. So they could say whatever they wanted to try to protect her, because, of course, strippers are gonna protect their kind.
You know what?
You know what? Out of all that money that you made, you sometimes made $2,000 a night. I lived with my dad my entire life. Not one time did you ever send any kind of payment. No support. No, you left so you could be famous. You left and went to Hollywood, and guess what? You ended up being a stripper.
Crystal, hang on 1 second. Do you think that Crystal has a right to feel the way she does?
Of course she does. Yes, I'm not denying that. But the fact is that everybody makes mistakes and everybody has situations that happen in the world. And I'm telling you,
a mother doesn't leave their child. Period.
So here's the thing. Delise Diaz is a therapist who deals with communication. Delise, you deal with relationships all the time. This is probably the most toxic relationship I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So,
Heidi, the first thing you need to do, first of all, is really start looking at, if you were to know anything about it, you know now. And so turn to her now. Turn to her now. And all you can do is say, I'm so sorry. I will spend the rest of my days working on healing this relationship and learning how to love you better because I never knew how before.
I'm trying to, but she doesn't communicate
I don't want
with
any
me.
problems and drama, and for my own personal mental health,
And
that
safety,
it's
yes.
best for me just to not even communicate with her anymore.
At this point in Crystal's life, she's in her power to herself and do self-care for healing the pain, the abuse, the trauma. At some point, you know, who knows, in the future, nowhere near right now can you have a relationship that is healthy and safe
The
for
anger
you.
comes when I have to sit every day in pain.
Mm-hmm. When does joy come?
When does joy come? Every day I see my children.
All right, and that's the focus point. That has to be the focus, right?
Yeah.
Because here's what I see. You've gone and done all these great things, had 2 amazing kids, right? You've become a great mom, right? So
My
that's
kids are
where.
very smart, they're very independent, and they're great.
So here we are. Crystal, you're an inspiration to many. Keep doing it and keep growing and keep going. Heidi, I wish you the best of luck. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome. Social media has reunited a lot of long-lost friends, which brings me to Andrew. Andrew says when his childhood best friend tracked him down on social media website, he was so excited until he realized his friend wasn't reaching out to catch up. He was reaching out demanding money that he'd loaned him 20 years ago. So what went through your mind when you got in contact with him?
Well, let me tell you something, Robert. We grew up with each other since we were 5 years old. Okay, we went to elementary and in junior high school, and we even went to the high school for our freshman year. Okay, freshman and sophomore years. Then all of a sudden, I had to move away to Colorado. Okay. Now before I left, I wanted to buy a car. I told him, hey, you know, I mean, I don't have any money right now. See what I could do. He said he's the one that came up to me.
How much did he loan you?
He loaned me $800.
He's a good friend, huh?
He's a very good friend at the time. I don't know about now.
So what did you think about when he contacted you and said, I want my money back?
I was beyond pissed. Okay, I was mad because he went up there and instead of calling up there again saying, hey, how you doing? How's everything going? How's married? You got kids, whatever, and everything like that. First thing he says is, where's my money? Ain't gonna happen. Okay, man. He ain't gonna try to take my money, man. My hard-earned money that I have. Okay,
but
he's not gonna take
when he loaned you.
But there was no contract.
But you think he was going to give you?
There was no contract, all right? He didn't go out there. He didn't say I had to pay it back. He didn't say none of that stuff. He told me that I had to go there. Boo me all you want, okay? Boo me all you want. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If there's no contract and there was nothing that said, I went there and said I had to pay it back, would you pay it back?
Absolutely, yes.
But there was 20. The statute of limitation is gone. I was a young kid.
When was the last time you saw Corey?
We're like 15 years old, 16 years old.
15 years. How old are you now?
38. But the thing
Have
about
you communicated with him at all?
No, he didn't find me until he saw me on Facebook.
So do you think he's harassing you for this money?
I think that he's doing it. See, I can't help it that I went up there.
Let's bring
and
Corey out. I got to see
town.
Corey. Corey coming out. 20 years. 20 years.
Hey, kids, they're not going to go down every night. I'll put you down.
Sit down.
You owe me money.
Sit
It's about
down.
respect.
I don't know you nothing.
I'll put you-
I don't know nothing.
Sit down.
Nothing
Sit down.
About respect,
okay?
bro.
You're just jealous. That's all
my
it is.
money.
You're jealous. You're jealous. Put you
Pay
down.
me my money.
I thought they were going to hug. It's 20 years. So, why do you think Andrew still owes you the money?
Because I loaned him the money. He still owed me the money because I loaned him.
Did you
the
tell
money.
him when you gave him the money, I want the money back?
Yeah, I said I want the money back. It's about respect. It's about the principle that he owed me the money. It ain't about nothing else.
Okay.
I want my money.
You feel it's petty that he wants the money back?
It's petty. I see the way I see it is
Was
like
it
this.
petty when you borrowed it?
You know what, man? You went out your way. And I didn't go up there, and I didn't say, I was 15 years old.
Did Andrew tell you he was leaving? Did you tell him he was going to Colorado?
That's another thing. He didn't say when he was leaving out of town. He just dipped.
I couldn't help
One
it.
day,
I
up
couldn't
and
help
gone,
it.
I found out from a mutual friend that Andrew's gone. Oh, I moved to Colorado.
So how did you find him?
I found
After
him on
20 years.
On Facebook. I found him on Facebook after 20 years. Basically, I had to track him down. Didn't hear nothing from
Having hard times? Is that what it is?
Well, just
You having
what
problems in your
about-
marriage? You having problems in your bond, anything like that?
Whoa.
See, you want what I got. I like the
I forgot.
finer
You
things
moved
in
out of
life.
California.
I
You
dress nice.
Hollywood now, right?
And I moved
You from
to that
Ohio,
little
Just like I am. You from Ohio, just like I am.
Little town.
You ain't Hollywood.
You're jealous of
You ain't
everyone. You can't be me, okay?
Give me your wallet. Give me your wallet. Run and spend the money on it.
Hey,
no,
come on, man.
$800 too.
No.
But what's up,
Run.
man?
Take it. Spend it.
I'll work for you.
See? Feel. So you don't have now?
Hey, man, I don't know the guy.
Nor do I.
He knew me. Okay?
But you did this. I just did the same. I just did the same to that with your wallet to that guy who's run off that you did to him. You took his $800.
But we were childhood friends. We grew up together. Yes, okay. But I didn't seek out to get the money from him. I didn't steal the money from him. He knew that I didn't have a job.
So that makes it better that you took $800 from a childhood friend?
How old were you when you get that $800?
I was 16 years old, working hard for my money.
Listen, 16 years
Working
old.
hard for my money.
16 years old to give you $800. Friends were friends. What you did was not cool. Not cool. All right? If I give you $800, I will want that money back. That was a lot of money to him back then.
Whole lot of money.
A lot of money.
It probably still is a lot of money to him.
It's a lot of money to me, let alone him.
I don't have to worry about that. I got the nice stuff now. I'm doing good for my life.
So I'll tell you what then. I'll tell you what.
I'm doing fine.
So give me $800 right now.
Right.
Give me $800, you give it back. You're doing well.
No, see, my money.
You're sitting here bragging about what you have and what you don't have, and yet you don't want to give him $800 that you actually owe him. Audience, should he pay the money back? So I'll tell you what.
This audience is probably as broke as he is.
Well, that means I'm one of them, because I'm then. So give me $8. Because $800 is a lot of money to me, too. And if you can't do that, get off my stage. Get off.
Bounce, bro.
Get off.
Bounce.
Get off.
Don't be jealous.
Get out of
Don't be
here.
jealous
Get
of
out
what
of
I
here.
got. Don't be jealous.
Get out of
Don't be
here.
the man, okay?
Get out of here.
I'll tell you what, because I will give you the $800 back for him in the show, okay? Because that's not cool. We'll be right back. I'll give you the money back. We'll give you the money back.
What I've got is class, okay? That is nothing. That's garbage. That's back to home garbage and everything. And he ain't never gonna be anybody, and he'll never go anywhere, okay? He can't be me, and that's what he's ashamed of. Plain and simple. I'm out of here.
I want to thank all my guests for joining me today, and thank you for watching. Remember that I may get you out of hot water, but it's better to live in the truth with a clear conscience rather than live in fear of someday getting caught. If you have a question or a comment, visit us on the Robert Irvine Show Facebook page. We'll see you next time.